To look in the mirror is the preparation one makes to see thyself, to see the Creator, to get to know the Creator, to see whose reflection is within that mirror. And to look into the mirror, directly in the mirror, it's an experience of the One. An experience passed down for you now to realize who the One is. So look into the mirror. Look into the mirror of your life and literally see who's looking back at you. For we will recognize infinity and the idea of looking into a mirror and to recognize that mirror, that physical body, that reality that you see through that mirror, the reflection is you. And it's you, a different you, in the two positionings that you see yourself. The one that looks into the mirror and the one in the mirror that looks at you. It's one of the most incredible, funniest experiences, gains you can make with thyself. For the more we get to know about what is, who is behind the mirror, the more we expand thy heart into the endless possibilities, which is you. When you look upon a mirror, you can create 1,000 expressions. Or is it the one within the mirror creating 1,000 expressions just for you to look at? The idea is presented by the law of one in the material of Ra, the raw material. And in that first book, you will find an exercise of many for you to expand thyself, see thyself, know thyself. And they say this collective of consciousness says to look into a mirror and to look for the answers of the questions you have about the One. And then Bashar goes and says that the one within the mirror is another you. So no matter who we hear it from, this idea of looking to a mirror and combining high level of consciousness that guide us to perceive reality as they do, advise us to look into the mirror and to recognize the infinity of expressions one is. And the expression is not just the expression one face, one body makes, but the expression of reality. The way one lives thyself, the way one presents thyself, the way one is expressing oneself to be a muse that is gazed by the love that you are for yourself. For beauty is to be recognized, your beauty. And it's a challenge for us to wrap around the idea that once one looks upon the mirror, one is looking upon reality, one is looking upon the one. And the travel one makes in order to expand thy consciousness, expand thy heart, and truly try to figure out what is meant by that. Try to figure out what is the experience one can achieve by just looking at the mirror. And the idea of the infinite possibilities within everything that you see, that you imagine, is yourself guiding you. And the one within the mirror is yet another expression of thyself, which is here to guide you. Because if you look upon the mirror, very simply, and start to see what is creation, and the truth is that when you look upon the mirror, you see your face. And the engagement you make with that mirror, the engagement you are making with yourself, the reflection one makes, the preparation one makes to truly see who is the reflection of thyself. For we can go into the mirror and look still. Or we can go into the mirror and discover what this one is capable of. So one prepares thyself by one looking at what creation is. And creation is the reflection of yourself. Are you prepared to see who you are? And until you no longer need preparation, for one has to understand that we are preparing to reach from this point to this point. But the preparation is from this point to this point, in the sense that we will experience it all. To come back to thyself. And we experience the different possibilities which is to be you. In a tangible way, we can look upon the mirror and put different types of makeup, different types of lotions, and they will all have a different glaze, a different spark within your face. The same thing with your hair. You can be and use thy imagination to create whatever you want out of, is it beard or the one that is within. Well, here I have a difficulty, but one has to understand that in describing the hair that one breathes and the hair that one has. Well, I still have to figure out that difference in pronunciation. There are some words that are so like with it, to me, that in order to say something different when it, well. So the idea is for you to gaze upon yourself and see the reflection that you are. And as we practice within the mirror, we will recognize that the mirror is the whole reality. The mirror is within, the mirror is without. For what one is being reflected is what one needs in order to achieve what one desires. That desire is the fulfillment of your joy, of your love. In every day that we walk this earth, either we are the reflection or we see the reflection, and it's always both. I am the reflection to the world is the reflection to me. But if we start thinking about it and feeling it, because it's more about feeling than just thinking, because within thinking you can go you can adapt the way that you are most used to within thinking with your mind. And we recognize that there's mind, a higher mind, a physical mind, and they all have different information. So the way to think about it is one expansion that you have to give to yourself in order not to limit or distort what you are truly reflecting. Your meaning, your understanding of what is being reflected to you. And within creation, all that is being reflected is you. So, the world is our reflection, we are the reflection of the world. This seems it can look so easy and it can look so complex. For when one gazes to the world, one is depaired with or presented with infinite experiences, people, sights, and that is the understanding that one has to expand within thyself, that we are just that. We are just that, the experience of everything that surrounds us. And to go back, because in order to explain or to express something, we have to give it our own preparation. And one way of preparing thy reality is talking about thy reality. So the idea is, the world is my reflection, I'm the reflection of the world. So everything that this world is can be be careful with the word, manipulated, but this manipulation is a transformation. For we are not controlling or manipulating anything. We are just transforming what it is to see the reflection of thyself. That is the biggest transformation, and you will understand that one can see that manipulation or control is that what one is here to do in order to the reflection of one's world. If my world is to be peaceful, I have to control it, I have to manipulate it into peace. Sounds like those agendas. So we create a storyline in order to achieve peace. And you can see that if the end result is peace, it's odd that one goes from peace to peace, or from peace to nirvana, or if, I don't know if in terms of frequency what is higher, but, or if they are the same. Because in a way, when one is experienced true peace, true joy, true love, they all of true within yourself. That is the expression of a higher frequency within yourself. And it's never a competition, but we do have understandings of the hierarchy of what it is to be enlightened, what it is to be a master. You are the master of your reality, for the reality that you are seeing is the reflection of who you are. And it's so easy that everything that we see is a reflection, but we stop and forget. And this is the remembrance that one has to embark in. If everything is a reflection, why is everything a reflection? How can everything be a reflection? And I know that the how, the whens, the whys, and the whos, it's something that we cannot demand, but we have to experience. That is the true evolution one makes. One asks to the reality in front, who is thyself? And thyself will reflect back. And one has to over and over listen, see different approaches of the same reflection in order to truly know what it is then that I am reflecting out, that the world is reflecting to me. But the beauty and the excitement comes from what is then the possibility within one gazing upon the reflection of oneself. How can one prepare to see the truth that it is reality? And in order to see the truth that is reality, one has to see oneself. And the more literal you get with this exercise of going to the mirror and see yourself to see creation, it starts that easy and that literally until you're able to expand the way that you think of who you are. For one can say that everything that is being reflected within that mirror is creation. It's one creation. It's you creating your own reality. It's the one reality you create. It's the one reality that's being reflected to you. And it's such a joy when then you go in front of the mirror and you do not try to control or manipulate the forms and the expressions that you give to yourself. And this give is a gift. The gift of transforming the way you the way you see yourself, the way you present yourself, the way you talk, the way you smile, the way you just create expressions with your face that show you the possibility of infinite transformation that one is. So we truly have to gaze into who we are. And we start with the mirror. We start with ourselves. In order to truly walk within this earth, and to truly walk within this earth is to transform yourself. For in a way we are within the one, within this earth, within this planet. And there is so much more to that. What is this world? What is this body? What is this universe? And everything that I see, it's me. And yes, one can be fascinated that everything that one sees is thyself. But the fascination comes from the transformation one gives to oneself in order to be living within that consciousness all around you. For that is the purpose. We transform, we prepare oneself, we look and gaze upon the muse that we are in order to transform the reality. And one can say, I live in a reality, I need nothing to be transformed. And in a way that is true. Everything that we need is here right now. Everything that we are being reflected is what we need right now. But what is being reflected now is the preparation one makes in order to transform. So we transform based on what one centers, one focus, one expands, one balance in order to prepare. And what are we preparing? We are preparing to look upon that mirror and do whatever the hell we want. Such as not using low vibrational words. And still, if we are always seeing it within the polarities, much more is there to see. Much more is there to reflect. Much more is there to prepare in order for one to truly reflect without that low vibration. Unless it's a needed one. But why is there the need for low vibrations? Again, in order to understand the reflection that you are making, in order to understand who you are, in order to understand what are you looking at, the part of you which is still instead of being and this is just ways for all of us to understand the excitement of living the consciousness of the one, of the infinite intelligence, which gives us the opportunity with this reflection to become aware, present now, of how one can transform. What does one need now to prepare for the transformation that one wants truly to express? So it's preparation time, and we are always, in a way, going through all these points at the same time. We are always centered, we are always in expansion, we are always balanced, we are always now in preparation. And those are the first 4 sacred circuits presented by Bashar. Which one has to be truly grateful for the view, the perspective, the guidance it brings us to link thy transformation, to understand thy transformation. And again, Bashar transmits the sacredness of the one which is being passed on by the races of the one, by the physicality of the one. Because all its consciousness going through density in order to have that. And that is the consciousness you desire to express within the body, the being, the density that you are experiencing within the one. And one has to truly see all perspectives of humanity, see all perspectives of consciousness throughout the races of creation in order to understand ourselves. Because if one wants to understand who one is and only listens to that which is man-made, it's like you want to paint with just one color, and that color is transparent. Only by using all the colors, only by connecting all the colors, and these colors are the seeds of creation, the family seeds of creation. There are infinite within the one. And that infinity is the infinite intelligence within us all in order to prepare thyself, to transform thyself, so that the reflection of this world is a reflection of oneself. So the idea of the preparation, and one is preparing to look upon the reflection one is, in order only to realize that the world is the reflection. So this is exciting, because what are you capable of in order to see this world as you transform yourself to be? Because it's not about what can one do to this world when one knows that the world is the reflection. And it is and it isn't. it's the experience one gets through the excitement one achieves to understand who one is. And in order to speak about one, we have to speak about the infinity of the one. For you even recognize that just looking to yourself, you will see infinite particles of who you are. And we are all different. But we have all commonalities. And all the commonalities, all those reflections that we gaze upon the universe, and the universe is, or is it your physical mirror, or the world, or the cosmos, or go beyond, because there's always more. The understanding of what one gazes brings to this heart serenity, passion beyond limitation, stillness. Because at the end one has to understand what one is being reflected in order to transform oneself to truly see who you are by the world that reflects to you. And the world is your surrounding. The world is what you are able to combine. Within the infinity that is you, it's up to you to combine all that you are. Bring the infinity to you. Become one of the infinity thyself is. And by going and fetching all these loving consciousness that are the reflection of who you are, and know that you are within it all, and everything that happens in your surrounding, it's you guiding yourself, helping yourself to be the one. So that's why everything that surrounds you does not require control, but transformation of your experience within the situation right now. Because I will give you an example right now that happened just now. As I am speaking about all that one learns about what is creation, the infinity of intelligence that is creation, that is expressed within the infinite beings of creation, Shen, my cat, touched an item that when I use it is to help me clear a way of expressing, a certain way of expression that I know that needs to be experienced now, understood, brought meaning, light to it, experienced in order for me to absorb it with a different imprint. In a way, when you talk about ice cream, your ice cream brings you joy. Woo! When you talk about, for example, a cold shower, it might bring you sadness. But if you like the cold shower, that cold shower will bring you the same excitement as ice cream. But once that cold shower brought me sadness and now brings me pure joy, the same as the ice cream. So we are here picking up all the teachings of creation, and when one looks at one thing, we have to pay close attention. We have to become aware in the presence of one's emotion, one's feeling, one's thought, one's action, one's reaction, one's understanding. And as that happens, we are able to transform. We are able to transform by the preparation, by the expansion, the balance, the focus, the centering one brings to it, by the synchronicity of things that I use in my experience in order to try and balance the expression, the frequency that I'm feeling right there and then. And the moment that I'm feeling that frequency right there and then, that I know that there's a transformation that can occur, and my cat plays that sound that helps me integrate what I am feeling better. Because we cannot forget that the primordial fields are sound and light. The primordial existence of thyself in experience is in sound and light. So, the way you prepare is the way that best suits you to transform. And this brings us to the point that we can change everything now. And one will only change what one focus. And that is the now that one is experiencing. I am one with my Shen. For does she recognize what I'm feeling? Does she know that I play that sound when I'm trying to integrate frequencies? It's this marvelous infinite intelligence that is within us all, that on the precise moment it happens. And once you become aware of the beauty of life, that the one is within us all, that this reality is your reflection, and everything that is surrounds you, it's your creation, then the beauty of my Shen playing it right in the moment that I need it is a clear indication to my reality that everything is my reflection. Everything is my transformation. And that I am one with my beauty of Hashem, my cat. For you shall recognize and now become aware every single moment that your animal approaches you or is doing whatever they feel like doing, there's a meaning behind it. And it goes to the point where, was she doing it consciously? Was she doing it because I needed it? Yes or no? You will never know. But the truth is that she did it. And right now, this example is creation. Right now, this example is the way that one looks upon it all and sees the reflection of oneself. But if I was trying to control my Shen and not allowing her to play within my altar, if when I realized that she was there playing and tried to do something to manipulate her behavior, control her behavior, the transformation wouldn't occur. The transformation of my consciousness, my preparation, my reflection, my expression of everything that is within me that is being reflected to the world that I am. So this truly calls the attention to us all. And now this to us all brings you, the world, which is my reflection, but we all are living in the same one spot, for we all are the one, experiencing the infinity in all beings, in all points of view of one being. It's infinite reflection. If you look upon just the number of humans, 8 billion reflections, it's 8 billion over 8 billion. It's not even times 2, it's 8 billion over 8 billion, and those 8 billion every single second are in constant transformation. So we will recognize that if we truly want to control and manipulate the world, there is so much that it will end up not in peace but in war, because everybody is transforming not realizing that the transformation that one truly wants to make, that one truly needs, is a transformation of oneself to the world, not of the transformation that the world is having to oneself. The world cannot change you. You have to change the world. This is a reflection. This is the reflection. This is the preparation for the Christ consciousness, the Christic consciousness. The dimension of consciousness that allows you to interact with reality and recognize that it is a reflection, and to now present, affirm, and claim that the reflection of thyself is the transformation of thyself, and one is always evolving in the expansion of what it is to be thyself, what it is to be me, what it is to be my joy, my excitement, my love in everything that reflects me. That's why sometimes it looks like the world changes from one second to the other when you yourself change. And it's up to you to recognize that the change that you need. And it will look like we have infinity to change, but at the end it's one thought at a time. Every second that you can spare, your reality can change. So the continuous preparation is a gift. For if one is infinite, infinity has to be experienced by the one. So make it as you please. Transform it as you please. It's up to you to decide that if you want to go from this point to this point, you have to travel the whole hand, or immediately go to the point where you want. And to go to the point where you immediately desire means that every need of consciousness, of understanding of consciousness that one has to have in order to go from A to infinity is presented and reflected within you. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. The next time we do it, we will improve and improve and improve. And what are we doing? We are preparing ourselves. Preparing, 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 so that we think and we change. We think, we change A, B, C to change what we think. Until we get to the point where we think and we change. We think and we transform. We think and we manifest. That is the beauty! And that is the preparation of what is thyself to be, what thyself is, what I am. And the I am is all. All of us. Enjoy. Aho.